742 days. That is the amount of time that we have had to wait for a new hero to come into Overwatch. And since then, many historical events have taken place. Mixer shut down, the Travis Scott McDonald's meal released, Rick and Morty came out for Fortnite. God. And during the same time period, we saw 8 brand new characters come to Apex Legends, and we saw the full game of Valorant release, where they saw a total of 8 brand new agents. Oh, what's that? Oh, they're getting their night through agent? On the same day as the Overwatch 2 beta? That's just awesome! But after over 2 years, we have finally gotten something new in Overwatch! We got one new hero with Sojourn. So Sojourn's not only the newest hero that we've seen in over 700 days, but she's also the newest hero that we've seen in Overwatch 2, releasing alongside the Overwatch 2 beta, which is coming out on Tuesday. So for today's video, I thought I'd talk about her weaponry, her abilities, but also why I think she's one of, if not the best DPS hero to play in Overwatch 2. So your primary weapon is going to be your railgun. This has 2 different forms of fire, where your primary form of fire is going to be this projectile weapon that the more damage you do charges your secondary fire. Now there is one little detail that you might not notice at first, but over time, the more that you hold down the trigger, there is going to be a bloom effect, similar like Soldier 76's weapon way back in the early days of Overwatch 1. Now that might be a little bit of an issue from long distance, however, there really isn't any fall off damage for this hero's primary form of fire. Now moving on to the secondary form of fire for Sojourn, the damage that you do for your secondary fire is determined based on the number that you see right below your crosshair, and kind of similar like how Widowmaker works, a fully charged saw on a body on a squishy does roughly about 125 damage, but a fully charged saw on a headshot equals an insta-kill. And just like her primary form of fire, she doesn't really have any fall off damage for her secondary form of fire, or at least none that I could see in the alpha build, which means that you can really snipe from any distance. Moving on to Sojourn's abilities, the first one is going to be her power slide. Now on the surface, this might just seem like a normal slide, kind of similar like how Apex Legends has it right now. However, at the very end of it, if you decide to jump right before your power slide ends, you're going to have a little Mario super jump. And also during your power slide, you are allowed to shoot at the same exact time, whether it's your primary or secondary form of fire. Her next ability is her E ability, which is called her Electric Ball, or Disruptor Shot as it's officially called, and this is an AoE damage ability where if you stand about a meter away from the center, it does 200 damage all around. This also does have a slight slowdown ability to anybody that is affected by the electricity. And the final thing included in Sojourn's hero kit is her ultimate called Overclock, where it refuels her secondary form of fire, where it just takes 2 seconds to charge up from 0 to 100 without you having to do any damage with your primary form of fire. And this ultimate lasts a total of 10 seconds, but it can carry out the stored energy a little bit longer afterwards. And that's everything that you need to know involving the brand new hero Sojourn. Now I didn't want to give a full extensive guide because there can be lots of changes given to the brand new hero, which I definitely see happening, because as of right now, depending if there's any major change between the alpha and the beta, I'm determining Sojourn to be the best DPS hero to play in Overwatch 2. But the beautiful part about Sojourn, at least on paper, is that not everybody will just be able to pick up Sojourn and do well with her, because there's one thing that you need to be able to unlock her true potential, and that is having decent aim, not even godlike aim. So maybe there aren't many barriers of entrance to be a Sojourn main. There's many opportunities for you to secure a kill, and since Overwatch 2 is going 5v5, every kill matters even more, where beforehand you can sustain a 5v6, but can you sustain a 4v5? And heroes like Hanzo and Widowmaker and Sojourn, even Cole Cassidy and Mei to an extent, can secure those quick, easy kills depending on if you're able to get those headshots. And someone like Sojourn, well, not only does she have an insta-kill ability in the form of her railgun, but her primary form of fire, her projectile weapon that shoots low but very consistent damage, will be able to bring down the health of many of these squishies that even if your aim isn't all that great, you can still secure a kill just by getting a body shot with the railgun. So that's why I think she's going to replace a lot of hit scan heroes, even though she's not a hit scan hero when it comes to her primary form of fire. But heroes like Soldier and Cole Cassidy and Ashe, I think will get replaced by Sojourn because, well, she can do just enough of spam damage as those heroes can, but also have the mobility that really only Soldier can contest to. Sojourn can be very passive and stick with her team and continue to do poke damage and still do well, but if you utilize her power slide to not only get on top of ledges, but better yet, just be aggressive with your team, I think that'll make her a better hero, because nobody will really know how to counter this Canadian woman that's flying all over the map while also having very thick thighs. It's very intimidating to see a Sojourn flying to you, especially if she has a Mercy Pocket or Zenyatta, or because you know all she really has to do is do a little bit of damage with her primary form of fire, build her charge up to about 60 to like 80%, and then snipe you down. And if she's good enough, she'll even snipe you in the head, and it'll be even a quicker death. And that sniper is also a reason why I think she'll replace a lot of snipers like Hanzo and Widowmaker, because Widowmaker definitely doesn't have the mobility that Sojourn has. While she has a grapple, I mean, that's really just to get on top of a ledge and to stay there, or to maybe run away. Sojourn has a power slide that can get her in and out of any kind of situation that she so desires to be in. Plus, even if you compare Widowmaker's ultimate to Sojourn's ultimate, alone makes Sojourn a better sniper than Widowmaker. This is an ultimate I think will get heavily nerfed after a couple days in the beta, because while I don't want to call this a no skill ability, you still have to have good aim to hit a shot. You have a total of like 5 forgiving shots during this 10-second ultimate for you to maybe get it right twice. It takes 2 body shots to get a kill with it, and the fact that you can get that in 4 seconds, it's very likely, which is why I think it'll get nerfed to maybe you only have it last for 8 seconds, where you only get 4 shots. And while it might sound like I'm just regurgitating her abilities to you, I'm wanting to give examples as to why her hero kit makes a lot of other heroes in DPS category obsolete, and why you should maybe learn to play Sojourn. Even though when it comes to the beta, you should play whoever you want. Like, that's the beauty about Overwatch. If you're good with the hero, continue to play them, but if you want to learn a new hero, Sojourn's your girl. If you like mobility, Sojourn's got it. If you like consistent damage, she also has it. If you like watching your enemies drop to the ground with a single shot, well, she's got it with her sniper rifle. And I guess she has an E ability, which is very easy to escape, which I'm not really mentioning. I mean, you can still do a hefty amount of damage, but don't rely on your E ability if you're wanting to do damage. Just hit your shots, bro. And that's just talking about Sojourn by herself. I really haven't dove deep into like a Mercy Pocket potential, Zenyatta Discord Orb on a Nano Boost, a Baptiste Window, a Reinhardt Earthshatter. Like, there are so many comps that I feel like Sojourn can fit in, that if you're decent with, like, you're just decent, not a godlike aimer, decent aimer, you'll find success with this hero. She's very forgiving and very, very, very powerful. Like, it's been a while since I can just point to a hero and be like, yep, that is a hero that everybody should play, where it wouldn't have any downside. Sojourn, I couldn't really see any cons. Then maybe if there were to be a major nerf, or maybe if you were just better with Widowmaker, because if that's the case, yeah, Widowmaker's still good, but I just feel like if you want a more wider range of things to be covered, whether it's up close damage, medium range damage, mobility, then Sojourn is your kind of hero to play. But overall, those are just my first thoughts, and really the first start of how to play Sojourn. This really wasn't supposed to be like a true guide on how to play Sojourn. I will make one in the future, but a lot of things will change for this hero, to the point where if I make a guide now before the beta, I'm sure that will really effectively change on how this hero is played. So we'll just have to see how this hero is going to change before the beta, throughout the beta, and hopefully she'll still be good during the whole entire duration of the beta, but we'll just have to see come Tuesday. So anyway, guys, I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. More Overwatch 2 videos to come, and bye.